the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp with nothing less than David Fisher. David, how are you doing?
Doing great. Very exciting. Had an amazing camp this week to see REO Speedwagon and to see those guys, and then yesterday the Foreigner guys, and today to see the Night Ranger. It's just amazing to see the love that the rock stars have for Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp and wanting to give back and wanting to jam with these campers.
Wow. What is a Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp? What is a camp?
So the Rock Camp is a place where I created 22 years ago. I was representing Ringo Starr, and I put his all-star band together, and I wanted to get a place where people could come and they can actually jam with the actual rock stars, whether it's Jeff Beck or Roger Daltrey or Def Leppard or you name it, and they come together. They've never been in a They've never met their bandmates. I put them in a band. They're led by a touring rock musician like a Lita Ford or Vinny Appice, a Rudy Sarzo. They come together as a band. They jam with a couple major stars, and then they play the last night the Whiskey A Go Go.
This is for the last 20 years, right?
22 years.
22.
And we have a movie coming out this year, and it's going to be very exciting.
Tell me about it.
So the documentary coming out about Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is produced by former VH1 executive Jeff Rowe, and it really is going to tell the story of the people that have gone through the camp and have gone through life-changing experiences, and they've taken their musical abilities and used it in their real life, and they've been able to take the musical abilities to one band opened for Aerosmith in Moscow. Although we don't ever promise that, these people make records and they just live their passion. But while you think those people go through a life-changing experience, at the same time, the rock star goes through the life-changing experience. And you're going to see major rock stars, you won't believe it, who come to camp and they say, I'm changed. I didn't ever realize how great I have it. And, and they get humbled by it.
Wow. And what is exactly a camp? What people do here?
So they come here, they're put in a band for 4 days. They work from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, and they get to jam, and they write songs, and they perform live, and they record, and they live really 4 exciting days, 2 live performances, and I have many people come from South America. They come. I have Judas Priest as a band coming. My next camp, I have Dave Mustaine from Megadeth, Zakk Wylde, Paul Gilbert. I just signed Buddy Guy to do a camp in Chicago. You can jam with Buddy Guy and Nancy Wilson. Paul Stanley from Kiss will do a camp in October. Joe Perry will do a camp from Aerosmith. He'll do one in Florida, in Palm Beach in November. So it's been amazing to see these major rock stars give back and really want to show, help these people.
And what cities the camps happen?
So I've done them in Los Angeles, I've done Las Vegas. The Paul Stanley camp will be in Las Vegas in October. The camp at the end of June, July 1 with Buddy Guy will be in Chicago. And in Florida, November, we're going to be doing Joe Perry and Jason Bonham. I'm waiting for him. He's going to confirm this week.
And there's any camp overseas or just here in America?
So far, they're all here. But once the movie comes out, my plan is to bring it worldwide, globally.
And how is your experience? I mean, since you started, there's any musician that you tried to get to the camps and you couldn't yet?
Many. I mean, Mick and Keith have done the television show The Simpsons, where they go to Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. Yes, while there are so many musicians I try to get, I can only hope that one day, once they hear how great it is, they will come. It took me 10 years to get Nancy Wilson. After Jerry Cantrell did it, he probably told her how great it was, because the next day I got an email from her manager saying Nancy wants to do camp. Once Buddy Guy, he heard about it through Jeff Beck, and he decided he was going to do it. Jeff Beck, I don't know, Steven Tyler heard about it from Slash. So, the word gets around, and I think in the end they love it, because it reminds them what it was like when they first started.
Amazing. And I saw you once at the Laughs camp for Judas Priest outside. I was outside, and I saw a few fans, trying to get some autographs or picture with the band. And I saw you were talking to them. You were very, very cool, very nice person. And usually producer try to call, security. And are you a fan too?
So I'm a fan of people. And it's a great question because my entire life I represented a Beatle, I represented Roger Daltrey, I represented a Monkees, the Turtles, all these bands, and all I did was have to keep the fans away from the celebrities. And then once I met all these fans and saw how remarkable they are, especially the ones that like to play music, because if they play an instrument, that means they're passionate about their music, and I've been able to attract a musician to work with another musician, and that's been my fun. So yes, I love fans, I love people. If they're orderly, I think, and they're respectful, I think it's fun to meet their idols. And I know, I have idols too, and I've gotten to meet them over the years. Sometimes it's better not to have, but but like Neil Diamond was the one that I loved, and then when I once I met him, I wish I wouldn't have met him. but then I got to hang with Davy Jones of the Monkees and got to be close friends with him, and many of my idols I got to be friendly with. So it's it's how you treat them, and again, everyone has a different personality.
There's like another 10 question for you, but I'm gonna let you go. And hopefully, there's any way that people can reach you. I mean, can reach the camps.
Yes, thank you. They can go to our website, rockcamp.com. Rockcamp.com. I'm David at rockcamp.com. But on our website, you can see all the upcoming camps. We have many people come from Latin America. Yeah. Many of these rock stars speak Spanish.
There's any combo, anything that they can take coming from South America, Latin America?
Yeah, I mean, I can always introduce them to people who have gone to camp. Many of the counselors, many of the tour managers speak Spanish. My wife speaks Spanish. Okay. So, they don't have to feel like the people here will translate for them. But today, most people know English. Many of the rock stars know the Spanish from being there.
We have Rudy Sarzo here.
Rudy Sarzo's unbelievable. He's amazing. Vinny Appice goes down there. We'll give them a counselor that speaks Spanish. But I think more important, they will go through this life-changing experience and they will see what a difference by attending Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is. And it's rockcamp.com.
We have to do one in Latin America.
I want to do one in Latin America. I mean, I've been to Brazil, I've been to Sao Paulo, I've been all over on tours. I had a show called the British Rock Symphony. I want to go. So I love the fans down there. They're amazing. They're so crazy and so passionate. The classic rock fans are bigger in South America than they are in America. So it's very exciting. South America is definitely a market I want to go to.
We'll be waiting for you, okay?
Thank you so much.
David Fishoff, okay? This is a Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. I'm Lucas Gordon, and thank you over there. Thank you, David.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sorry. Good. It's rockcamp.com, and thank you. And be my guest. Come to camp.